And Wes, we could see impacts from the storm here in North Carolina.
Yep, on Monday, let's jump into it. So it's Thursday night, second to last day of July. In 4 days, we could have a Category 1 hurricane either here in our state or just offshore. So let's kind of step back, big picture things tonight. Again, a Category 1 hurricane in 4 days. Tonight, the storm moved back over water where it's very warm, and we expect it to strengthen over the next couple of days. It also slowed down just a little from 20 to 18 miles per hour. That's not a huge deal. As for the forecast track, it didn't really shift much tonight with the 11 o'clock update from the National Hurricane Center. And the most important thing that I'm focusing on when this storm gets here is it's going to be moving fast, more than 20 miles per hour. That's going to save us for a devastating hurricane. It's not going to be pretty on Monday, but it's not only going to last Monday. It's out of here Tuesday. I think Sunday will be fine as well. So the impacts as of right now, and listen, 4 days out, there's still a lot we don't know. The track is going to change. Our forecast is going to change. But along the coast, again, a Category 1 hurricane is going to bring rough surf. It could bring rip currents as early as this weekend. They're going to have really strong winds. They're going to have maybe up to 5 inches of rain, and they're going to have some storm surge. Here in central North Carolina, we will have some gusty winds, not sure how strong yet, and we will have some rain, not 4 and 5 inches of rain, but we will have some rain on Monday. And here's a look at the satellite view tonight as of the 11 o'clock update. And if you look at where the center is, it's not very symmetrical. So whatever happens, most of us are going to be on the west side of the storm, the left side, which is usually the cleaner side. Look at all the convection. Look at where all the cloud tops are. That's where the worst of the weather is right now, on the east side. But again, it's got 60-mile-per-hour winds, so it's still nothing to mess around with, even though it's still a tropical storm. The big picture track will continue to bring it across the Bahamas through Friday, and either late Friday night or early Saturday morning, it'll become a Category 1 hurricane. Then it'll make that turn to the north, flirting with the east coast of Florida, and at some point making a turn to the northeast, just off our coastline. Tonight, the computer models aren't promising. Remember, 2 things I look for when I show you the computer models. We look at where the cluster is, and we look at the trends. Well, look, there's 2 clusters, one right over the Outer Banks, another one kind of setting up a little more inland. That's not a good trend for us. The trend actually nudged just a little to the west, even though the track from the National Hurricane Center, which I have here, didn't really move that much. So Monday at 8 o'clock, we could have a hurricane with 75-mile-per-hour winds, moving about 22 miles per hour. Again, what I mentioned, a fast mover. So this is what it could be like. The storm is going to be about 500 miles across. It could be here. Remember what the cone means. It means the center could be here. It means the center could be down here. Obviously, less impacts for central North Carolina, but the center could be right over us, which would be a totally different story. We just don't know yet. We have to kind of prepare for all scenarios. And we'll be watching high pressure over the Atlantic Ocean. That'll help pull it to the north. And then a trough, an area of low pressure over the U.S., is going to help push it out to sea. How strong each of these are and when the pushes start will determine what happens with Tropical Storm Isaias. So meanwhile, back here at home, we've got a little bit of rain out there tonight. Nothing severe, but a few heavy downpours and rumbles of thunder. They'll be gone by morning, and some of us could once again have some fog. And after not being in the 90s today for the first time in 3 weeks, we start a new streak tomorrow. The 90s are back. After a muggy start with a little bit of patchy fog, we'll get up to 93 with some late afternoon and evening showers and storms. Here's what FUTURECAST has for us. Again, dry through about lunchtime. Then a few isolated showers and storms tomorrow. Most of them parked up to the north, but a few of them around dinner time, and then even a few showers and thunderstorms on Friday night before things calm down in the overnight hours. So a lot going on in the weather world. Stay cool tomorrow. It's Friday. It's the last day of July. We'll top out at 93. Low 90s for the first weekend of August. Again, Monday's the day we could have impacts from Isaias. Otherwise, the first full week of August has highs staying around 90 degrees.